trying to think how I would do this on camera. I mean, there's a way I would normally do it. But trying to get a camera in there to do it, that's going to be interesting. So I'm just going to shuck this first. Dangling dongles. Alright, welcome back, Internet. Today, we're going to go over adding some stuff to my bags. You can see here, this stuff, I'm going to try to cram in that bag. This stuff, I'm going to try to cram in that bag. And I got some tools with me. So this is a fresh seal double zipper snack bag. There we go. Snack bag. So the Walmart snack bags are always approximately this size, but they used to have their edge here, which was quite useful. I like these where the edge is on the short side, but I would still also like to be able to get the ones with the edge on the long side. Different use case. They have another type of snack bag. This is not as wide. Yeah, you can't really see that. Here, we'll switch to this camera. That's what it's here for. Alright. Come on, camera. Switch. Aha! Look professional now. So you can see here, this one has the seal on the short side, and this one has the seal on the long side. But they're not quite the same size. So these are two new snack sizes Walmart came out with. And there's good and bad. I haven't really found much of a use for that, except for every now and again. I mean, typically anything where this might be used, I could just use a regular sandwich bag. And I'm sure you're like, what the crap? I did not come here for a lesson on bags. Well, yeah, you did. Because what I don't see most YouTubers doing is actually waterproofing their gear. And that's what all these bags are for. Waterproofing and organizing them. So we got snack ones. These are fairly thin. We got freezer ones. I got gallon size. We got quart size. Now these have the zipper on them. Grab the wrong one. But you see here how, we'll go back to the small camera. You'll see here how these are just press seal. So I grabbed the wrong bag in the kitchen. What I wanted to grab was these kind of right here that have this little doodad hickey right here. This way it makes it real easy to make sure you get a good seal. Because what happens when you frequently go in and out of bags that just have the press lock like this, they don't always necessarily get sealed right. You know, someone like me, I'd have a 95% chance or greater of actually doing it. You get some kind of normie, or you start being hot and tired and sweaty, you're going to forget how to do that. So that's going to suck. So, I'm going to go grab the right bags. And then we'll be right back.
A few moments later.
And we're back. Now I have the slider zipper ones. Alright, so now we're ready to dig into what I have to add here. Oh, I ate too much for dinner. So, guess we'll keep with this one. This is kind of handy. Try to get that out of the way. I went and got a crayon and pencil sharpener from Big Lots, as you can see right here. I believe this was on sale. This was probably on the 20% off day, but if not, then I paid $1.25 for it. What this is good for is you take a stick and shove it in there, and you can wind up with kindling. So it catches the kindling. So it catches the kindling in there. Then you go bam, and then you can strike it with a ferrule rod or a lighter, you know, whatever your choice is. And there's two sizes. So I think that's, you know, it doesn't take up much. It takes up more space than it does weight. And it's green. Tried this with an orange one before, but I think it was just a small kind, and I wound up taking them out. So that's one thing. You throw the trash over there. The one for that one is already in the bag. I just stuffed it in somewhere. That was a fail. Alright, so EDC knife. And this is a Wahoo Killer. I think that's what it's called, the Wahoo something. It's a Budk knife. Paid like $2.50 for it. It's clearly a knockoff of a Mora Knife. At the time I got this a couple years ago, they were, I think, $2 a piece, and I got free shipping. So I got a bunch of them, gave them as Christmas presents. I'm going to add this in there because I watched a knife video by Dave Canterbury, and basically he was saying you should have multiple knives for multiple tasks. So since I've got a really big, thick bladed knife already in the bags, and I carry a big, thick bladed knife, I'm going to go with something a little smaller. Now, if I was redoing this from scratch, yeah, I'd put a Mora in there. But I'm not. I'm working with what I got. Which, sometimes you work with what you got, sometimes you redo it. This, you know, right now, I'm just going to run with what I got. I haven't really tested these yet, but, I mean, even if they're only 80% as good, or 60%, in fact, it was $2, we'll just roll with it for right now. So I got one of these drawstring baggy things. Having bags in your bags to procure more materials is good. This is very light. Kind of I mean, it's made the same way as a tarp is, I guess. But it's basically a free promotional item. There's a logo on the other side that I'm hiding for no particular reason. So yeah, put this in there. That's good to have. Let's see, I got a radio and kit to put in there. Got some waterproofing. I think I was planning on putting the radio in there because I don't think my phone will fit in there. So this is from Aldi. This I got at my local Preparedness store for $27. Oh, this baggie was free. So I got my radio and kit. Got another power supply. Got this at Walmart for $4.50. I don't know why they thought something was wrong with it, but I got a bunch of these at this price. I probably won't keep... I may keep the USB-C cable in there. I don't have a USB-C phone right now. I may keep it in there, I'm not entirely sure. Probably swap it out for micro USB, since that's what most of my stuff uses. And in the event I do need USB-C, I've got it, where is it? Right here. I've also got Lightning and micro USB. And this one looks kind of funny because it's a lighted cable. Most of these electronics are right here, why it's kind of long. So it's kind of an interesting gimmick, lets you know if it's charging or not, which when you may not have reliable power is good to know. It also tells you how fast it's charging. Again, that's good to know information. And those are because I got a bug out tablet. Oh look, it's reflective. Came with a case, got it at Goodwill for $40. Came with a cable and a charger, but it's a low amp charger, so I'm probably going to repurpose the charger, maybe put the cable in here. This is kind of what's it called? Obviously a Samsung. A Galaxy S3 Lite or something like that. It has been rooted, and you can run a whole bunch of stuff on it. I think it's got a slightly different processor, so getting newer versions of Android on there aren't going to happen. It's only Android 4.4, I think, is the latest you can get. There's a lot of talk about 7. Look, you can see the camera in the reflection. You can see me. 4.4 is going to be good enough for most stuff nowadays, but it's not ideal because there's some things you can't really do with it. But this has GPS, so this is going to be an e-reader and maps, and then maybe pictures and stuff. It's got a camera on it. That is what this is going to be for, and that's why it's so cheap, and I'm totally fine with that. It's Wi-Fi only. I also got a tablet waterproofing case. This is from Aldi. They had it on clearance for $5 or $6. So far, everything I'm showing you is going in both of them. So let's see. Got the radio and stuff for that. Got the tablet case, power supply, the tablet, the combination charging cable, the Wahoo Killer, and the black bag with stuff in it. Alright. You thought I was joking about doubling up on this, huh? That whole 2 is 1 thing is serious business. And it's kind of a shame most people don't really take it seriously. Alright, next. Let's see if I can get that one here. Alright. These are hard to come by cheap. In a perfect world, you'd have OD green on one side and orange on the other. I don't know why they haven't made it yet, but if they do, I'll buy it. I got this at Cabela's for like $17, $16, something like that. A friend of mine said I was crazy for spending that much on a tarp. But it's not just a tarp, it's a space blanket, and it's OD green. So, you know, a tarp at Harbor Freight would be like 6 or 7, about $5 or $6. This is 5x7. So yeah, I think it's $5 at Harbor Freight. So, paid more for it, but this is also a space blanket in the mix, which would be great for ground cover. So that's why I'm going to put it in there. Then I got another one over here. Alright. Speaking of tarps, got another tarp for the shelter module. Another tarp for the shelter module. This is not for each individual bag. This is for both of them. These are yellow zip ties. So some of the stuff I have, I wanted to make it more clear that it was for communications equipment. So I got yellow zip ties. Let's see, I got jute twine, which I think I've already stuffed the other stuff in there. Rope. This is good for rope use and fire starting, which I did a video on that. Got it from the Dollar Tree. 3 packs for $1. Alright, here are some roll-on sunscreen. I got this. Oh my goodness, Peter. Legs are going numb. I get this free as part of a promotion. I'm not affiliated with any of these companies or anything like that. I'm not sponsored. But I did get this free. So that's why I was like, hey, yeah, I'll put it in my bag. So I got one for this bag and one for this bag. This is a tag I got for the I've had these tags for a while. I got them from eBay. This is today's date, and I'm just tagging it for the first time. It's going to go on the bag, and if I make any more changes, I will add it to it. Got a bunch of what is it? Got some individually packed grease monkey wipes. So this is a citrus-based cleaning wipe. Really good for grime and stuff. Supposedly it's available at Walmart. I got it as part of that promotional bag of stuff. So not really sure where you can get it. So you can probably get it online. So I got a bunch of these for each bag. They're individually wiped, they're individually wrapped, so they should stay moist. Got some Bug Band brand insect repellent. Again, I got these free at a place all at once. Yeah, and I like all sorts of different kinds of bug repellent because you never know what's going to keep the bugs away. Like, there's mosquitoes around here, and sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. I got a 2-pack of whistles at my local survival store for like $4 and change. So that needs to go in there. Alright, let's see on the other side. Got those. Got the whistle. I've got some DEET-based wipes to go in bag number 2. Probably already in number 1. We'll see when we dig in it. Let's see, I've got this Qimh, what is it? Qimh saw. This one was actually really good. Not as good as the Silky. And the Silky's in the primary. The Silky's over here. So since this was the second best saw, it's going in my number 2 bag. I also have some of this chapstick. Again, I got it free as part of that promotion. There's supposed to be one in here. If not, it's over in my bag. Oh, yep, it's here. Found it. And a Home Depot pencil. Obviously, I got it at the Home Depot. I think I paid like 30-40 cents for it. I had one for over here too. I don't know where it went. We'll find it and dig in. All right. Now I get to dig in, find where some of this stuff is. Oh, I gotta shuck some of this stuff too. I need a chair. Ugh. Do not have the core strength for all this. Alright, so shucky ducky. Show what comes in some of this stuff. I think how I would do this on camera. I mean, there's a way I would normally do it. But trying to get a camera in there to do it, that's going to be interesting. So I'm just going to shuck this first. You know what? Let's see what the Wahoo Killer does. Yeah, I'm kind of in frame. Y'all can see me. Well, that did not work very well. Hey, there we go. Much better. Whoa. And it looks like it's meant for an iPhone, iPad, whatever. Yeah, I think that's okay. So my intent with this, how does this work? Like this, is to waterproof this tablet. Not such that it can be used, just that everything stays waterproof. And I'm going to put the tablet in here, and then some accessories. It didn't work quite like I thought it did, but it works out alright. Alright, so we're switching back to the little camera. Alright, here we go. So you can see it takes up about 2/3 of the space. There's enough room for cables and battery in there. I did get, but that's not going to fold the way I want. I wanted it to go this way. I guess because it's thick vinyl, it doesn't. Even if I cram it in there, trying to get it out later is going to be the problem. So you kind of just have to roll with some stuff sometimes instead of doing what you wanted to do. Let's see if it works. With the case, it doesn't want to go. take it out of the case. The case is also really grippy. Okay. So, that's as snug as it goes without the case. But then what do you do with the case? Ideally, I want to get something like an OtterBox for this, but I don't think this is a well-supported tablet. So trying to find cases and screen protectors is rather difficult because they decided to reuse the name and only change a little bit of it. But, alright, whatever. The more difficult thing is going to be figuring out how to put it in that bag where it's not going to get damaged. So the way I like to do this sort of thing, yeah, I don't think this cable is really necessary for this, is every time I have like a little sub kit, I make the kit for both of them at the same time. This way they are identical. Because I have so many of these, it does need a serial number, and I do need to put some marks on it. I have a Sharpie though. But do I? Alright, let's get the Sharpie out of there. See what I'm saying about kits? I got one just like it in both of them. I got the tins at a thrift store too. Oh, look, I've already got Home Depot pencil in there. So, that's extra. That's why these weren't in there already. And that's the other thing. When I dig in here to put in new stuff, sometimes I find the stuff's already there. Oh, you want to know what's in this kit? Oh, you're just going to have to wait. There'll be a separate video about that. Let's see. So, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm using one right there. The reason why I put that on both of these like this is because a lot of times chargers will cheap out, and so, or well, due to the nature of the technology they're based on, there might be one port that has more charging ability than another. So it's important to know when you're in the field what you're working with. And it needs to be easy, this way everyone can understand. Or you when you're tired, hungry, hot, and have a headache. So you can see here, I'm see if this helps any. Make it a little more interesting as far as video. Yeah, it really does make it more difficult. Literally on my crotch. That's awesome. Well, what happens when you give it too much oomph? Interestingly, the directions for these things say that you should put a piece of tissue paper in them and let them sit for 30 minutes to establish if they're waterproof or not. Ah, way too difficult. Especially with this camera sitting on my lap. So, you know, presumably you should do that for each one, but, I mean, this is a lot more heavy duty than a, well, I got a little bit of a scratch there, but not, well, actually that is a pretty big gash. That tells you how sharp the Wahoo Killer is. I wasn't even trying all that hard and put a big gash in it. That's all. So I'm not planning on submerging this or taking this on a boat. The idea is just general waterproofedness. And this is sturdier than a Ziploc bag, so that's how it got chosen. Also is on clearance. And my intent was to make a separate video on it. Which I made a separate video on the smaller one, but I didn't test it the way it told me to. Oh, my back is sore. So anyway, this is kind of like manufacturing. Alright, let's see here. We'll do it this way. Put this in there. Oh, no. Not like that. Alright, so let's see. I'll put you all the way down there. You want it. That'll work. So the good about this is it's kind of rubbery. The bad is it's really grippy. So it makes it kind of a pain. And it's got these dangling dongles. Sounds like a band name. So, damn, 28 minutes in. Yeah, I'd have been done with all this already if I wasn't making a video. Alright, so there we go. That keeps it conveniently separated. Squeeze all the air out. Alright, so there we go. It's kind of like a kit. Should I put this in a Ziploc bag by itself? That's an interesting question. Would that be too redundant? I'm undecided, but since my first natural instinct over there was to just put it in there, and the tablet isn't in another bag, I think this will be fine. Normally, like if it's just Ziploc bags, because those aren't supposed to be waterproof, I don't want to put everything in a bag inside a bigger one. But for some reason, I don't think it's all that necessary right here. Alright, so let's see, we're at 30 minutes. That's probably going to be enough for one video. So I will be signing off here, and then we will make this into a second video.